It's just taking a while. All right. How's it going, everyone? It's your boy, Mr. Caymanian here, bringing you guys another Gears podcast. And with me, I have my boy, King Apps on YouTube. And today, we're just going to be talking about Gears 5 and, of course, the state of it, what the coalition should improve on, and, just to touch on the multiplayer, how myself and King Apps just experiencing the multiplayer and stuff like that. Here are frustrations. Here are what, of course, the coalition could work on as well. But I'm gonna let my boy King Apps, introduce himself, and then we could just take it off from there.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me once again, joining the Caymanian Nation. But yeah, guys, if you don't know already, I do Gears 5 news content, Gears of War top 10s, 10 facts videos on Gears of War lore, and just so much more. And we're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, almost there. So if you want to help us out, reach the goal, then let's do that together. But yeah, today we're here to discuss Gears 5 multiplayer and the current state of Gears 5 in general. And yeah, let's go.
Yeah, and I think the best thing that we should start off on with this is the new title update. Well, not title update, but the weapon tunings that came out yesterday and yesterday's What's Up. I'm not sure if you would like to, go over it. Just let everyone know, the state of Gears right now and what can we expect.
Right, so yeah, with Operation 3, when it came out with Title Update 5, of course they reduced some of the movement speeds. They didn't give us values for the Nasher changes. They just said that they've adjusted the Nasher to fit the new movement. I don't know the exact wording, but they didn't give us no values for the gib range that they changed, the poke distance damage that they changed either.
Hmm.
And obviously they increased the ammo capacity for the Lancer, obviously making it kind of the meta again to use Lancers all the time. And conveniently, Gears 5 was free to play from April the 6th to April the 12th, whilst this very, very noob friendly changes were made.
Yeah, like
And
the
people,
um,
yeah,
continue. Sorry.
oh, okay, people like yourself and me who've been playing Gears since the beginning are left wondering why are they doing this to us? Because literally there's no skill gap. There is no skill gap at the moment. You can
Yeah.
get people
Hmm.
that can just bot walk up to you with no skill, no wall bouncing, no strafing. They'll miss their shots on you, but obviously the added aim adhesion that they've added in ranked,
Hmm.
it's just makes it so easy. So there's no skill gap, and well, if there's a skill gap, obviously, but it's just very, very minimal,
Yeah.
and
And
changes need to be made.
yeah, like honestly, the past week before yesterday, I will say even 2 weeks before that, um anytime like they drop that trailer for the Gridiron, saying that Gears is free for this this weekend and whatnot, I was
Yeah.
completely having a terrible experience on the multiplayer, honestly.
Mm.
And just trying to enjoy myself, which I couldn't, of course. I was getting blasted from a mile away. I was getting
Yeah.
blasted from a mile away. I play with aim assist off, right? So when you're going into a ranked
Okay.
match, and I'm usually in the ranked matches with either Onyx, Diamonds, or Masters. Right now, I'm around Onyx
Yeah.
3 for King of the Hill. I'm trying to get to Masters on that. But every time I play solo, or if I play in a three-man squad, there's like major sweats on the opposite team, which I don't really mind. I love the sweaty matches.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I play ranked. Um, and then like when I'm getting to gunfights, I know I'm playing with aim assist off, My opponent, I'm not sure if he has the aim assist off or he has the
Yeah,
aim assist on, but it feels like everyone that I come against, they have the aim assist on. I will get just blasted from a mile away around the corner
yeah.
when I'm trying to escape, especially with the Lancers. When I use it, it feels weak. But when someone else uses it, I can't even escape. I can't turn around to run away. And the fact that it's a little bit more powerful and it has more bullets into the clip, it makes it even worse to to try to escape. And then if you get friggin' cornered by like three guys trying to lancer you down, that's it. I just put down my controller. Like I would say
Yeah.
like 3 days ago, I actually gave up of playing King of the Hill ranked match because by how friggin' annoying it was getting when I actually tried to play the game. Like I'm usually a guy to push in with the Nasher, but I know how to use my Lancer. I know when to take it out and when not to take it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I was playing King of the Hill. People are just corner camping, waiting for me to get into like a gib range. I'll try to up A them, but they will back A and kill me, but I can't kill them with my up A. I get into Nasher fights
It's
where,
like the game pushes you for.
yeah,
I mean, the game punishes you for being aggressive,
yeah, bro. I definitely agree. And I just
and
want
not
to
only
say,
that, obviously, it doesn't matter how much they
hmm
like change the Lancer. The launch maps you can't beat around the bush. They are Lancer-based maps. Just look at
yeah,
training grounds, for example. People can go
yeah,
up top and they can look over most of the map. They can look over drop shot, look over the grenades,
hmm
and just look over so many areas of the map. For example, when you play canals, the Lancer is not a major problem, even though it's quite deadly at the moment.
yeah,
So it just shows the new maps that TC made is definitely to encourage Lancer play.
yeah. I
And
must
just
agree with you
touching
on
on,
that.
yeah, go on actually.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
must agree with you on that. Another thing I want to touch on is everyone that's watching the stream, 16 people strong. Thank you for everyone for stopping by. Make sure to
let's
drop a
go.
like. Well, it's actually up to 20 now. It just refreshed on my end. Make sure everyone drop a like on the live stream. It definitely means a lot. Try to get this out there. Um, of course, share with your friends on Twitter. Just let everyone know. Just stop by, and you're
Spread the
just
love.
trying to, yeah, spread the love. And we were here that's trying to make gears great again. Okay. It's just like this past week. It was really tough to play gears, in my opinion, from my experience. Another thing that was happening to me when I was trying to play is that the lowest my ping has gotten is 30. I run a 30 ping straight every game I play. I get into matches. I would say like my wait time is 10 seconds. And when I'm actually in a fight with someone, I can see my pellets on his body. I deal no damage, but they can kill me. It happens multiple times. Of course, I I just I tell myself I missed. I tell myself I just missed. I can
The no
clearly tell.
zero meme.
And another thing that I hate that is when people have like this I would say invincibility when they're like reviving a teammate. I've noticed that a lot. Is that if you're getting shot at with someone with a Nasher and you revive someone right in front of them, you can actually eat a shot when you're reviving. And that's happened to me so many times. Or
Damn.
when someone actually just went down and you're trying to like shoot him like automatically, my pellets would not register. And I run a 30 ping. I run 30 friggin' ping. I shoot someone on the ground. My
Yeah,
pellets are
there's that
hitting them.
new matchmaking setting, isn't there? Where
Yeah,
whether it's faster matchmaking or lower ping.
or lower ping. And I put myself with people that has lower ping. And I expected to have a fair multiplayer match. And, by everyone being on a low ping, and of course myself being on a lower ping, I think my experience should be great. But and then I stumble across people. eating my shots, eating my up A's, eating my back A's, and then eating my Lancer bullets. I'm like shooting this guy. I waste a half a clip of a Lancer on this guy. Took out my Nasher, shot him 3 times, and I know my pellets are hitting them. And it's saying that I only did like 64 or 72. Just last night when I was playing, I actually got a 83% dealing 7 hits.
Damn.
Uh,
What can I say, man? Like,
it was really frustrating for this past
like
week, but
the yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
actually now
It's like the
just
Nasher
getting used
shotgun
to
right
it.
now.
Yeah. Hmm.
Obviously, with any patch, it just takes a few games or whatever to get used to it. But the Nasher shotgun right now, the gib range has been increased so much once again. I don't know why. I don't know why they've done this. It's similar
Hmm.
to launch. It's like gib or be gibbed,
Yeah.
right? It's like a sword off shotgun almost,
Hmm.
except you got 6 pellets to play around with, and like there's no skill because where the extended Nasher gunfight's gone, what
Yeah.
Gears of War multiplayer was all about since the very beginning. You know, you could play for damage. You could take a few shots from a little further away with an Asher and think, all right, I've got a few hits on him. I'm gonna push him. You know, I'm gonna make my next move.
Hmm.
But now people are very scared to get really close because they know if they get within a certain distance, they'll know that they're gonna just get one shot and they're
One
gonna die.
shotted.
That's why
Yeah.
people are sitting back now and lancering, and it's not fun to play because if you want to lancer all day, just that's what Call of Duty's for. That's what any other
Yeah. I definitely
shooter
agree with
right
you
now,
there,
Warzone,
man.
is popping off right now.
I was actually playing some games with my brother. I think it was last night. No, not last night. It was like two
Yeah,
nights ago. He's trying to get to masters. This morning he sent me a picture, saying that he got masters on COF. And the games that we've been playing together, of course, we're being matched up against diamond players, master rank players, and of course, everyone on my team. They're doing great. Majority of the time, when my brother and I play, we also have another person with us. So we run in with a 3-man squad with two randoms. We
right.
would usually do like a 3v5 every game. Every game, we would like cap off at 7 to 5 kills and above, with our other teammates doing 20 kills and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And that's another thing I don't
Game Pass
understand.
scary.
Yeah, I don't. That's another thing I don't understand. Like how, like they still don't have that like right, man. Like they pair you up with people that are not your rank. Then with the people that are on the opposite
Yeah,
team, they're your rank. Like everyone on the opposite team. And
the
another
ranking
thing,
system is just
yeah, it's
what
oh
do we
my
say
goodness.
about it? But they made those changes where you have to be level 30 now to play ranked. Obviously that is a step in the right direction, but I think you should be at least level 50, maybe re-up one,
Hmm.
because you can literally play a horde match, and how many levels can you go up from there from
Yeah.
level one? You can go up quite a few levels without even touching multiplayer.
Yeah.
So
I have to agree with you there. And then when I have people on my team, they're like, "Oh yeah, 34 and stuff like that." Opposite team have like a whole lot of re-ups, but of course, rank doesn't mean they're good. But at the same time, it kind of holds some weight. Like when you see like a at least a re-up 3 on your team, you know that they know what to
yeah,
do in a multiplayer game. Instead of seeing a 34, you're like, oh, he just picked up this game. He must have played a couple matches of quick play. He wants to experience ranked, and then he makes my experience when I'm trying to, of course, go up a rank even more harder for myself. And then, of course, they're
yeah,
playing like they, of course, never played a game before. I literally had someone on my team a few nights ago using the shotgun like they were using a lancer. They're literally trying to shoot the guy from a mile
yeah.
away. And I'm like, what are you doing? I had to invite this guy to the party. And I'm like, look, if you're going to play like this, go to quick play. I told him straight up. I told him straight up, like, if you're gonna play like this, go to quick play. He's like, oh, bro, you don't have to be so
Yeah.
toxic. I'm like, bro, you're making this experience for myself a lot more harder. I had to tell him, man.
But
It
like once
was
again,
really
like
frustrating.
yeah, it is frustrating, but it's not always their fault as well. It's like the game. Like the game should
Yeah.
be putting low level players together in a match, like bronze and silver ranked players going up against each other.
hmm
Obviously, the player base isn't the biggest, so it is a bit of a problem. But
Uh.
those people that are really low level, they're having a bad experience because
Yeah.
they're just getting their asses handed to them, basically.
I.
And
hmm
high level players, like maybe people that are Diamond, Onyx, Masters, they've got teammates, like maybe two teammates that are not pulling their weight. So in the end, they end up losing. So everyone
Yeah.
just has a bad experience.
I want to know
Yeah,
like the exact number of how much people are playing. I don't think that it's. I honestly feel like it should be around like the 100,000 area or just below that. There should be at least about 90,000 people playing. At least 90,000.
would be
You know,
interesting
yeah,
to see that.
I really want to know because like they were saying like certain time zones and stuff like that. You can't really find a match. I live in the Cayman Islands. Usually, majority of my matches I get mixed up with Mexicans, Americans, and stuff like that. It takes me any time of the day. I would say like maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. It would take me at least about a minute to find a match. It never takes me more than a minute or 10 seconds to find a match. Doesn't matter which game type I'm
Mm.
playing, except for when execution was in there. It took at least about 2 to 3 minutes for myself to find a ranked execution. But I really want to know like what are they playing with, and of course they're trying to cater to the casual players that have Game Pass and want them to try it. And not so much
Yeah,
of like when they had the free weekend, you don't really need Game Pass to download it. And I guess they were just trying to cater to everyone that had an Xbox for that 1 or 2 weekends it
well,
was
yeah.
for.
The thing is, to be honest, like players keep playing a game when they know they're good at it and when they
hmm
know they're winning. And if the skill gap is really big, like the new people don't stand a chance, then those
hmm
players are just gonna leave, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's why TC are trying to cater for them, and that's why they've dumbed the game so down that there's literally such a small skill gap now. But anyway, you were just talking about rank then, and I just wanted to touch on a few things. Like they changed where you wouldn't lose points when people would quit on your team. But since Operation 3 started, that started to happen again.
Yep.
Like when your teammates leave, you start losing points again. Like what's that all about? It's just going
Yeah.
backwards. It's like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back.
Like,
Like what are they
yeah.
doing when it comes to that?
Yeah. My whole
And then there's
entire
no surrender system as well.
yeah. All right.
I was just hoping that maybe like if a few of your teammates, like say, there's been times where three of my teammates are left, and sometimes even four if I'm playing solo. And why can't we just surrender? There's no point
hmm
me wasting 30 minutes of my time. I could just jump straight into the next one. Like,
Yeah.
and what were you
Um.
saying anyway? I think I interrupted you there. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right. But I noticed I kind of like I noticed that as well. Like in Operation Two, though, when I was trying to go for my masters, every time when someone left from my team, and of course it prompts you that you can leave after a certain amount of time. When I actually do that, I used to lose points regardless, which I didn't understand. I
Oh,
kind of thought,
okay.
yeah, for some reason I used to lose points even though I left when it prompted me that I can leave. I used to lose points for that. And of course, I just stopped doing that and try my best while playing the game, and then I would get 0 0 points for let's say if I clutched it up and came back. I'll still get 0-0 because of course I just guessed that my teammate left. Um, I played a handful of games a couple nights ago with my brother, and I would say I was Onyx 3, about to hit Diamond 1, and yeah, we lost 2 games, and I lost 600 plus points from losing. And it was like 1-2. The matches were like just 1-2, and I dropped at least about plus 65 kills. And I didn't die it as
Yeah,
much, but I was still getting, it was more like 4-1. I would get 4 kills and then die once. I would say that would be the ratio that I went with.
yeah,
And I still lost 600 points, and I went back down to Onyx 2. And then the second game I played, we lost, but it was still 2-1 in rounds, and I dropped like around 65. My brother dropped more than 100 kills, and I still drop another 600. And it's just amazing by how much points you would lose and then how much you would gain if you won. Now that's, of course, I know the
yeah. I don't get
coalition
it.
is actually
I just don't
trying
know
to
what's going
change
on with
that.
the
Yeah,
system.
yeah. I know the
Yeah.
coalition is trying to overhaul all of that, but I want to know,
Mm.
the direction that they're actually going to go in. I feel and I hope I, of course, I don't know if they're going to do this, but I only wish that they had their ranking system like how Overwatch has theirs. Like if you win a game, you'll go up by 20 points. If you lose a game, you'll go down by 10. It doesn't matter,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I hope that they go in that direction. With that
Because at the
set in,
moment it feels a bit random.
yeah, it does. It does, honestly. And it's pretty frustrating. Just the online experience. Just a couple nights ago, like I said, same time playing with my brother. I was actually getting used to the Nasher, and I took on 3 people by myself, just staying my distance and just hip firing and bot walking while everyone is wall bunking. And I'm like, this is so. At
Yeah,
the same time, it feels good to get a point blank from a mile away. It does, but at the same time, when it happens to you, it's like, what the hell? And then when you should have gotten that kill, I've done a whole lot of up A's, back A's. I hit the person, and of course, with this new Gib range, I know that they're supposed to be dead,
yeah,
but I get a point blank, and then they would shoot me, and I'm dead from the same distance. I've watched my brother through the kill cam, or not through the kill cam, but through the spectator cam, and I'll see him point blank someone like directly in their chest. The person turns around and kills them. I've been seeing that a lot on Twitter. People have been posting up
yeah. That's been
their
happening to me as well.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
completely annoying. And I'm sure people that are in the chat, this is happening to them as well. I just want to say a quick shout out to 19 people watching right now. I just want to say hello to everyone that's watching. Stone Lion, got
thank you for
the R,
joining.
yeah, got Mr. Diamond here. Got Bones, Skull and Bones inside the chat. Thank you for stopping by. You got Juggernaut, Collab, 64. Jason, how's it going? Danny G, um, Swasum Gamer, I think that's how you would say it. Everyone, thank you for staying tuned here. It definitely means a lot. You guys are awesome. You guys are the main reason why that King Abs and myself come together and we talk about the state of gears. And of course, everyone has the idea in mind to try to make gears great again. Um, because it
Yeah,
is a beloved franchise in everyone's hearts. And the only thing that we want to see is the best for this game and how long the lifespan for this franchise can actually go on for. And this is just our feedback to the coalition. Hopes that they listen to it. I know one person actually like looks out for my videos from the coalition. But just to get our feedbacks out there, just to get ourselves heard.
yeah. It's really important. There's not many people that actually speak out
Hmm.
um, when it comes to like different tunings that they put out or anything like that. So we need to speak out sometimes and just get our feedback out there. Like I made a feedback about the store like a week ago,
Hmm.
and that got a little bit of attention, which was good. And a member from TC said that he watched that. So, hopefully we take on board this feedback that we do have, and hopefully this versus tuning update that's coming later this week can address some of these changes, and hopefully we don't have to keep going through the cycle every few months.
Yeah.
Because what, it's been like 7 months since the launch,
Yeah,
and it
seven
feels like
months
the multiplayer is back at launch level.
is crazy, man. And another thing that I honestly laughed at and I tweeted out a couple days ago is that
Yeah,
the during the developer streams for the past months, everyone in that
yeah,
chat was sending revert, revert. And then when of course they reverted everything to the launch of Gears 5, and then everyone's like, "Oh, I can't play on this revert." And then of course
revert.
I saw a tweet from TC Octus saying that we listened to player feedback. And I just I just had to kill myself laughing. Everyone wanted everything to be reverted. And then when they did it, TC Octus says we listened to player feedback and no one likes it. But I just saw that pretty funny in my end. I laughed so freaking hard when I saw that. But I do hope that
Yeah,
this update that is coming for multiplayer, it actually changes a whole lot. Just bringing back that update that came out before this one, it was in actually a good state. You can have your national
yeah,
fights. That
4.11.
yeah,
I love
the
that update.
the fights were a lot more longer, but still you can still get your one shots if you know how to play it right. You can still escape
Yeah,
from lancer fire and stuff like that, which I also enjoyed, and I was honestly used to that game style because with that gameplay, I was able to hit masters in Diamond 3 and most of the game types last season instead of this
yeah, and that's how
season.
we've always kind of played as well.
Yeah.
Like over the years, that's how
And
multiplayer's always felt like, and how it's always been.
yeah, and then of course, when they changed this, I had to change my whole entire way of looking at Gears 5 and how I approach it, how I approach like a 1v2 or 1v3. I have to sit back, wait for them to come to me and come to that gib range, and then of course, shoot them. And then I actually just started doing this as well. Is that if someone eats my shot, I'm gonna hit spam that B button. I'm gonna just spam it. Um,
Oh yeah, the
oh,
melee lunge as well. Forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they've increased that as well.
The melee lunge,
Why?
like I,
Like,
I will shoot someone, they will scream, and I'm like, no, you're not get away from me. I'm a knife you. I'll do that straight after I shoot you. Like now in this
and
title
then the
update,
player just jumps forward like
it-
2, 3 meters and just knives them,
yeah, I'm just saying this
and
for
then they're
everyone,
down.
everyone that's watching the stream. Like, if you come across me in multiplayer and we're having a Nasher fight and you don't die when I point blank you, I will knife you. Okay, I I will knife you.
Straight up.
Yeah, like I had to resort back to that, and it's I can see how annoying it is, honestly, when you're on the receiving end of it. And I honestly do feel that this title update that's coming out later on the street, hopefully, could actually bring back everything that the community love, straightforward, and just improve
Yeah,
on that.
and I just need the yeah. Just want the coalition to be more transparent as well.
Hmm.
Like, just be honest sometimes, and just kind of, if they're not sure on how the community will react, just kind of consult some of the members of the community, like maybe content creators or I don't know, pro players, streamers, whoever, and just get their opinions, because people that are content creators or streamers or pro players, they've guaranteed they've been playing for at least 10 plus years, so they'll know what multiplayer is like.
Hmm.
And there's no point just getting a tuning update and just throwing it out there just to see what everyone will react. To do a bit of research, consult a few players,
Hmm.
and of course, for the community, if you have feedback, like show it in a video. Like if you point blank someone and you missed, record it and just send it like on Twitter or whatever. So because video feedback as they said in developer streams, is very useful. There's no point just tweeting out, "Oh, Gears is trash." Like, where's that going to get you? Like, it's not going to help no one. So just be constructive with your feedback, so that we can help change Gears for the better.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with you there, man. I've been trying to actually do that myself as well, trying to record clips, but
Yeah.
for some reason my Xbox like, it just does some dumb crap, and like records like 4 seconds of what I'm trying to record.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
happened. Yeah, that's been happening to me.
yeah, so I'm just trying to use my capture card and trying to record matches and stuff like that. But when I actually do that, I do my performance is like God mode, and like I'm chunking people from a mile away, and I'm like, but yeah. So moving on from we actually spent like 30 minutes on that. That's pretty good. We could always come back to this topic. But going into the store content. I know you briefly touched this in your video that you did last night. You were talking about, the different prices, and what's in store and stuff like that. I still feel like they need to bring
Oh yeah,
down the krill nasher, even though I bought it because I had
yeah,
iron for it. Yeah, I bought it. It still needs to be brought down. I honestly do feel like
yeah,
weapon
definitely.
skins shouldn't like or proceed over 300 iron. It has, especially if it's just like a one weapon skin, maybe 200 iron. That's
Yeah, like what I said in my video on store
mhm,
feedback was, like I don't really like the assault packs or the power
mhm,
set or the loadout set, because in my opinion, I just prefer having a full set of weapon skins for COG and a full set of weapon skins for Locust as well. I
yeah,
don't want five weapon skins of one skin and then five weapon skins of another and then five of another. But I'd rather them have a full set of skins. And if it's not animated, if it's just like a meh skin, like 50-50, it's all right,
yeah,
then they can have that for 300 iron. And if it's like a really, really well designed, animated skin set, the whole set,
hmm,
all the weapons, all the weapons, skins for that, then that's 500 iron, I think is fine. But
okay,
not
yeah,
as like a assault set or something like that. You
yeah,
need the whole set. There's no point, or even just the Lancer or the Nashua itself makes no sense. Just
yeah.
selling that on its own.
Another thing that I have to say or make clear in the chat. I know no one's gonna bring this up, or everyone thinks that I'm rich. um, I'm not. It's just that uh, I just have some money put aside for gears, and I can actually afford this and trying to, of course, bring content to you guys. If I was a person that never really did have an amount set aside for gears, I would not recommend, buying anything from the store. But as of recently, they've been improving on it. Which, if you're going through the tour of duty, and of course, you get iron from playing the tour of duty, and of course, if it's in that range that you can purchase it with the iron that you collect in the tour of duty, and then of course, I would say, yep, go ahead. If it's for free, it's for me. That's my motto. Um, but just of right now, I don't get no content free from the coalition. So every bit of content that you guys see on here is coming from my pocket. And
Hardened,
yeah,
crisp cash.
yeah. And I don't want everyone to think that I'm just doing this for content. That's one thing. And another, I love to do this. Gears is my bread and butter. I honestly love this game, and my sole goal is to show these things off to you guys. And my only hope is for you guys to enjoy the content, drop a like and share the video. And of course, upcoming gears youtubers like myself and King Apps, he does amazing covering the info on gears when they drop. Honestly, myself, I watch it as soon as they upload when he uploads them. I'd be there, the first one to comment, the first one to drop on the like on it, man.
Thanks, man. Likewise, yeah.
Yeah, and I could just imagine it's really time consuming to do this type of stuff. So, to show your
Hmm.
appreciation on this type of stuff is, just drop a like, share it on Twitter to your friends locally if they do play Gears, watch Gears. It definitely helps us out to get out there in the Gears of War community. I can still see people, saying, I'm usually getting tagged in tweets saying, oh, tag some underrated Gears of War players or Gears content creators, and then I'll see
Oh
you
yeah,
tagged in
I
them.
saw that today.
Yeah, I'll get tagged
Yeah,
in them, and I do appreciate that. I do appreciate all the love and
yeah, we
support,
appreciate it. We
and
love you.
yeah, we definitely love you guys, man. You guys are amazing, and we won't be here without you guys. So we don't really take you guys for granted. We appreciate everything you've done, and of course, to support us on this journey. Um,
Yeah, it's so grateful, to be
yeah,
honest.
bro. And regards to content in the tour of duty, I just want to know if everyone that's in the live stream chat, and of course, King, let us know how do you feel about the content in the tour of duty and of course into the medal system. How do you feel in um, this tour? Do you feel like the content is there, or you feel like they should add just a tad bit more? How do you feel about this
Right,
tour of duty?
so 12 Duty 3, it is a lot better than 12 Duty 2 and 1. We can say that, yeah. But I still feel like it can be improved. For example, you've got characters like DB Industries Bed or, the private case and the two
Mm-hmm.
cog gears that are helmetless.
Yeah.
Like, those helmetless gears, I'd rather have them in supply. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're not really good skins, are they? They're nothing special. Um, you gotta say the expressions and executions are really good in the 12 duty and medal groups.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
do really like them. Yeah. But like Classic Cole, for example, he could have been a medal group reward, or he could have been in the 12 duty itself. Superstar Cole, where's
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Obviously Thrashball Cole has arrived through if you play and win 25 rounds of Gridiron. For the next 2 weeks, you can unlock Thrashball Cole.
Mm-hmm.
But so many more skins, like there's so many characters that are waiting just to be brought to Gears 5, and they're just literally drip feeding content.
Yeah.
Um, and
I
I think they need to be consistent with some skins as well. Like, the Winter Armor Cole, like it's a
yeah.
great skin, but Winter Armor Baird, Winter Armor Fars, they were in the store, weren't they? But
Yeah.
Winter Armor Cole was in 12 Duty, so they need to be consistent with these skins. You can't just have Winter Armor Cole in the 12 Duty, but the
And
other
then
variants of Winter Armor in the store. It needs to
yeah.
be consistent.
It's
And I'd rather grind for nostalgia, to be honest.
yeah. I do feel
Um,
you there. It's really a missed opportunity when you have like Operation 2, you had Classic Beard for a medal, and then Operation 3, they don't have no Classic Coal, nothing like that in the medal
yeah,
system. And it just it's a head scratcher, you're not sure if they're gonna bring that skin or the superstar version to the store or add him later as a skin in Tour of Duty 4 or have him as a an unlockable medal later down. Of course, this 3 month period, like how they have superstar Thrashball Cole, like right now, you can get him if you play Gridiron or win 25 rounds of Gridiron or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
25 rounds.
I'm not sure if they're gonna actually go down that route or just take up slots in Operation 4 and have two of his skins in there. I honestly do
Like,
feel like it's a missed opportunity,
yeah,
opportunity if they don't actually add those skins in this operation, because those two slots could be
yeah.
um, added in, different content in Operation 4.
Like, the locust drone totem, was it in Operation 2 or was it in Operation 1? It was in Operation 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, Operation 2. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had locust drone totem. in Operation 2, and there were no um, drone variants in the Call of Duty 2. So why were there could have been drone variants in the Call of Duty 3, like for example Beast Rider or Locust Gunner, Locust Grappler. There's so many different Locust drone variants that they could have implemented, and they've got all the voice lines and things like that already. Obviously, Cyclops and Bolter were in the store. They shouldn't have been in the store anyway because those were Bolter we have never been able to play as in a Gears of War game before,
Mm-hmm.
and they locked that behind a paywall, which fans weren't happy about. And obviously, Cyclops was a base character in Gears of War 2, and so who would want to pay for a character that was a base character in Gears of War 2?
Yeah.
So he could have easily been in a Call of Duty. Obviously, Beast Rider, I want him to return. That's an easy
Mm-hmm.
skin for them now because they've got all the voice lines for the Locust drone. Even for the Locust drone with a helmet on, for example, Cyclops or Bolter. So
Yeah.
it's just the same with the Beast Rider now. Just change the helmet, or you know. Um, but yeah, so many variants. Like we got the Cantus Totem in Operation 2 as well in January, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And so many Cantus variants as well. Savage Cantus,
Mm-hmm.
um, Armored
There.
Cantus you've got as well.
I don't understand why not like all of this wasn't in like the tour of duty of last season. All they're going to do
Yeah,
is add all of this in another tour of duty and take up those available spaces, which could have different content in it. I don't understand why they would actually do that, man. It's really. And then
like
let's
they
say.
can get the drone variants and the Cantus
Hmm.
variants out of the way, and then when the Locust Grenadier becomes a totem, probably in Operation 4, because
Yeah.
Grenadier is one of the main Locust like characters,
Hmm.
and it's got a lot of variants for the Grenadier. So why don't they get the Locust drone and Cantus variants and Theron variants out of the way, and
Hmm.
then they can start looking at Grenadier variants in the Operation 4 Call of Duty and beyond.
Hmm.
So so many skins. There's so many skins that they can bring us, and that's just Locust that I mentioned in there.
Yeah. And like they still haven't added Paddock, and it's been 7 months now,
Yeah,
and it took them 7 months to add Coltrane, Clayton Carmine. I don't understand why it's taking them so friggin' long to add these characters. Yeah, they say they weren't ready, but yet IGN actually has footage of them being in the playtest demo that they had back last year, like early time last year, probably this time last year. Um, Paddock, Lizzie, and the cog gears were ready to actually be played
yeah.
on that escape demo that they had available to the press. And it's really mind-boggling. Like if you ask the coalition, they're like, "Oh yes, they're not ready. We have to still fine-tune them." Well, if they're not ready, why aren't they ready? Like they're in the base game, their character model, everything is there, voice lines are there. Why? You're just drip feeding content, which making it, of course,
Don't
harder
forget our
for
boy Dominic
Dominic Santiago.
Santiago.
Yeah, and I,
You
I
know.
that's one of my favorite characters. Like I absolutely love that character.
Yeah, same.
And it's now 7 months. Of course, when we actually do get him, it's gonna be 9 months since oh boy, if he does come in Operation 3, Operation 4, sorry. But at that time, they're just releasing content that is free on other Gears games, and I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's weird how they're drip feeding content to us, and I
But like
honestly,
Gears of War 4, there
yeah.
were a lot of characters in there.
Mhm.
Like the other day I went back and looked at my Gears of War 4 character roster that I had, and there were
Mhm.
so many characters that I had, like probably the most ever in a Gears of War game, probably because not only did you have all the Gears of War 4 characters, the base characters,
Mhm.
but you also had, Delta Squad, you had all the Locust,
Mhm.
you were there were some characters that were playable for the first time ever as well. For example, Lambert Drone, Lambert Grenadier,
Yeah.
Lambert Grenadier Elite. Armored Cantus, I believe, was playable for the first time ever as well. So they brought some new characters that were never playable before as well. And there were so many, like Dizzy, Ty was brought back.
Yeah,
The Ty from, what was it, Ram Shadow, that one. Not the Gears of War 2 one, but we had Dizzy,
yeah,
the whole Delta squad, so many characters. In Gears 5, we've very limited, very limited.
yeah. I know that they're, of course, they have their hands tied. They're trying to balance the multiplayer side, and of course, they're still looking at ways to how to make the store a lot more approachable. Um, but here on out, like they need to improve or add more ranks in the Tour of Duty. Just to give us more content to play with. Instead of I honestly,
Yeah,
before like they started adding totems to everything, I honestly thought that they would put characters in the Tour of Duty, where like, oh yeah, you would unlock Cole at like, let's say Sergeant 4 or something like that, and then
yeah, that would have been
uh,
pretty cool.
for the skins you would just have to get 30,000 XP or something like that. Get 30,000 XP, get Winter Armored Cole. Get 60,000 XP, get Hive Buster Cole. Like when you see that, you're like, oh shoot, bro, this guy has Hive Buster Cole. This guy actually really grinded and played, except for, of course,
Yeah,
grinded, of course, different multiplayer modes. As of like you can either do it in Horde or Escape, but if you only want to play multiplayer, you can do it that way. I also wish like, they had like, of course, um different skins, you can grind them for XP. Just like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Just the amount
yeah,
you'll
and
get
like you
for
said
grinding a character
about
just for skins.
yeah, mm. And like you said about having more ranks in the Call of Duty. Like in Fortnite or in COD,
Yeah.
um, where they've got a battle pass system, they could have easily had that in Gears 5 as well.
Yeah.
Instead of the store, they could have had, you know, um, maybe Operation 1, people would have paid for that battle pass, obviously.
Mhm.
Um, and then they could have earned iron as they went on in the Call of Duty.
Yep.
And then in the next operation, they would have had enough iron
To
to buy
purchase
that next
that.
battle pass anyway. Yeah,
Yep. Oh boy.
that would have been brilliant. But
It
instead, they
would
went for
have.
the store system,
Mhm.
which obviously the fans don't like, and it's a controversial topic. And every week there's some more news on the Gears 5 store. Some people are complaining, some people are bloody doing all sorts. So
Oh boy. It's funny, man. Like if we can come up with this, I am sure that they something like this came up. Of course, they must have been some internal conversation of them talking about
yeah,
um you know that, oh yeah, we can go this route, like how um of course Fortnite is doing it. Their battle pass system is really good. I honestly do love it. I honestly do.
yeah,
If you don't buy the battle pass, there's a section of the battle pass you can actually unlock stuff from. I think they call it like silver or silver pass or something like that. You haven't bought the gold battle
yeah.
pass,
So
but you can
ranks
still
for
get,
free. Yeah,
yeah, so you can still get rewards while playing through it. It's just that you're not getting, of course, the gold battle pass. And I that's another good way to go at it. I mean, I actually do love that way how Fortnite has it. It's just that the
yeah,
one that the coalition has, it's really a grind to actually get stars. Um, that was before Operation 3. Operation 3, I kind of feel like it's a lot more easier. They give you a lot more options. You have two that are random that you can play in any game type.
yeah. It's
There's
definitely
one
a lot
for
better.
versus
Yeah,
and one for horde. I honestly do love it now. Um, I found it really easy to fight, just to fly through the operation. It took me at least about 4 days to fly through it, and I'm honestly amazed because it took me for Operation 2, the time span it took me was 2 weeks to complete it versus 4 days for this operation. and I did the exact same thing what
Damn.
I did last season. And yeah, you can actually see the improvement that they did. um, but I must say this Tour of Duty is honestly a step in the right direction. I just feel like they should add a lot more content in the tour. Instead of you can see there in the medals they replace some usually you get a character, they replace it with a weapon skin. Usually, of course, I think the Niles weapon skin were in the store, so they had the Lancer Nasher, or I think I had the Lancer in the store, but yet put all the other weapon skins in a metal system and stuff like that. Of course, you don't have to buy them. It's just they're really grindy for it. It's
Yeah.
for me, it's okay. For some people, they're like, yeah, I don't really have time to play 200, 200 waves of horde, uh, escape X amount of hives. There's just that one player that wants to play solely multiplayer and unlock everything through multiplayer. And honestly, I don't blame that. I honestly feel like they should have all the medals, catered to all game types, instead of like one or two tabs for Horde and
I think
for
that's why they
Escape.
took characters out of it,
Yeah.
and that's why they changed the totem challenges to 30,000 XP because they wanted it to make it easier for people to get characters.
hmm Yeah.
But if the metal group rewards are really lacking in characters, then that means that they should have had more characters in Call of Duty 3.
Yeah. And of course, by us stating all of this, our feedback, and I just hope that Operation 3 will be out, of course, a lot more better. Um, I'm sure that the coalition will pull through. As you guys can see from time and time and again, from Operation 1, of course, you saw the difference in Operation 2. They had a good amount of stuff in there. I'm not sure the content there lasts us for 3 months. Like, if you're a diehard Gears of War fan, you're gonna finish this in like 1 month, 1 2 months. If you're like constantly on the game, like as of myself,
Yeah, like Call of
I
Duty and
yeah,
Fortnite, they
hmm
have like 100 tiers, don't they?
yeah,
I'm sure they do.
I
And what is it on here? 40, 50 maybe?
yeah. My
I don't
girlfriend
know, I'm not
plays it, and
counting it exactly,
I'm
but
not too sure like the grind and the Tour of Duty and Call of Duty and whatnot, but I'm sure it's a lot more than what we get in the Gears of War Tour of Duty. Tour of Duty, of course. Of course, like they went with real life ranks. Of course,
yeah.
I'm sure they can add more in there, like Gunner Sergeant or something like that. Just to add more ranks in there. Just or Gunner Sergeant 1, Gunner Sergeant 2, Gunner
Might as well
Sergeant
start
3.
adding the locust ranks, Krav,
Yeah,
Fold,
yeah.
Uzil.
General and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I would say Operation 3, the progression system is good. You can see the improvement, but there's still room for tweaking and stuff like that in this. And I just hope that, of course, the coalition takes our feedback and implement this in Tour of Duty 4 and so forth. Um, I honestly do wish that they add more characters in every Tour of Duty, except for limited everything to 4 characters every 3 months, which is starving the player base, honestly, in my
Yeah.
opinion. If everything is going to be up to 3,000 experience, it's really going to starve everyone, and everyone has to cater to the store after they complete the whole entire Tour of Duty, which it's going to upset a lot of Gears of War fans, in my opinion. Um, So eliminating that, they should at least, let's say, they release the Tour of Duty and they give you, let's say, an extra tab in the medal system to unlock a character skin or something, so you can work towards and have it um general. We can say like a general medal, like all the objectives that you have to complete. You can do it in Horde,
Yeah.
Escape, and Versus. So,
Or even like you know how you have 4 totems at the start?
Yeah.
and obviously you got 2 months after that, which is part of the operation.
Hmm.
And so 2 months, why don't they give us two characters for each of those months? So four more characters. Obviously, Anthony and Benjamin were leaked. Um,
Hmm.
so
And they're
what's
nowhere
going
to
on with
be
that?
seen. Yep.
Coalition, do you want to speak up?
Leaked Benjamin and
Um,
Clayton. Oh, I mean Benjamin and Anthony, but they're nowhere to
yeah,
be found. Of course, I feel like they're gonna bring these characters out next month, but that's just me praying on that.
I hope
If
so.
that's not the case, they're gonna bring them out for Operation 4, including two other Locust characters, and then Paddock, Dom, all those characters are gonna be pushed back to Operation 5. The drip feeding of content is really it's starving me, man. As a content creator, it's really starving me. I'm resorting to doing
Yeah,
hype buster intros and stuff like that. Um, and honestly, depending on skins that are in the store that are of course appealing to everyone in the Gears community at the same time. And yeah, I really do hope that the coalition does shape up and trying to improve everything because I love the game, man. Like I honestly don't want to leave this game in the shadows, and I'm sure you feel the same
yeah,
way
man,
as well.
definitely. Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Like
We just
I've
want it
said,
to be the best it can be.
yeah, definitely, man, bro. Anyway, what else can we speak about? Oh, before I forget, the oh boy, the Hive Buster DLC that was teased some time ago.
Oh yeah,
I I was in the belief that we might get it halfway through this season, like let's say next month, that it might be dropped. Um, but I honestly feel like that might be like an Operation 4 type deal. And
yeah, I think so.
I'm actually looking forward to that because it's been a while since we had a DLC campaign, which was like, of course, the last one that we had was Rom Shadow. That was back in um, Gears of War 3.
Yeah,
Oh, well, wow. That was
9 years
sometime
ago,
around, yeah,
almost
December.
10 years.
Yeah, that was from like December, December 2011. So yeah, it's around 8 years, 8 years and X amount of months. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the Hyperbuster characters, I didn't really like them at the start, but they've grown on me a lot now. Like,
Yeah,
I want to know more about them now.
and that's another thing that I really am looking forward to, and of course, to brush everyone up on just the headbuster characters, Lonnie Mack and Keegan. I honestly love Keegan. He's a pretty cool character when you're playing Horde or Escape. He's pretty overpowered. Um, Lonnie and Mac, they're pretty cool too. You have Mac over here with
Yeah,
the shield and uh the Boltok that does the bleeding damage. Of course, you got Lonnie that has that magnificent knife that does a shit ton of damage. Uh, yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that DLC. I'm sure that everyone that's watching the stream, they're actually looking forward to it as well. If you're just stumbling across the live stream, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and subscribe to my boy King Apps as well on YouTube. After the live stream is up, I'll be adding everyone's details in here, and yeah, just share that to your friends. Retweet it on, of course, share it on Twitter. Let everyone know you're trying to make Gears great again, and yeah,
yeah, that's it.
yeah, that's That's what I had in mind. And another thing too that we will be touching upon in the next live stream. We're trying to make this, if we can, every Tuesday, if we can. um,
Yeah, we'll keep you posted. We'll
you
keep you
know,
notified.
yeah, the live streams are pretty hard to, of course, King Apps is at least about 6 hours ahead of me, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's amazing just to get each other together and to do a podcast for everyone that is watching at home. Of course, what's
Yeah, we're
going
always
on in the
busy
world.
getting content out for
Yeah.
you guys. But, as always, we're going to try our best to bring you guys live streams, podcasts as to, whenever we can to discuss gears. We've got many topics in mind.
Hmm.
There's a lot to talk about, as always, in terms of like lore, campaign, the future of the Gears of War series, Battle Royale, maybe. A lot to talk about in future podcasts as well.
Yeah. And I would say our next podcast, we were actually going to stumble across it or, just touch on it in this podcast about I'm sure no one actually likes the idea, but I really do feel like it would be
Just hear us
a
out. Hear us out.
yeah, just hear us out. uh, is a Gears of War battle royale. Just how the tour of duty is set up in Gears of War 5 and stuff like that. I just feel like a Gears of War battle royale would actually be a good touch in the Gears of War formula. Of course, we have everyone's always saying, "Oh, what are you gonna do? Jump off of Reavers going into a map?" It's not really Gears of War like, but in the Gears of War universe, we have different stuff to work on. We have, of course, Ravens,
Yep.
those the DB Industries, what call it,
Um.
not choppers, but those
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you
I
mean.
yeah, I can't remember the big ass plane that drops off. My goodness, I'm trying to
Oh,
remember the
Condor, is
name.
it?
Yeah, the Condors. Yeah, you have those they can use
Yeah.
as well.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it would be actually a good, of course, step for the Gears of War formula. Of course, just the experience.
Yeah.
Um, and also the coalition can actually build off stories in within the Gears universe while doing a battle royale, of course. But all of this, we're just gonna keep it to the next live stream that we do. We really do appreciate everyone stopping by. It definitely means a lot for myself and King Apps. Um, I just thank you guys, man. I can't iterate that anymore. It's just that I appreciate everyone. I recently just hit 10,000 subscribers. That's been a goal of mine for 3 years now, and I just have to if I can like shake your guys' hands, each and every one of you, I would, but of course I can't. But I just want to say thank you for everyone and this support. You guys are completely awesome. And yeah, just to sign out, boy apps would, let you guys know, how it is and where you guys can reach him.
Yeah, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast, and we hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much once again. We love you all. Um. But yeah, you can find me on obviously YouTube, King Gabs. I cover Gears 5 news, top 10s, 10 facts videos if you're enjoying that series. Lots of Gears of War content. And you can find me on Twitter as well, King Gabs TV. And yeah, thank you once again, as always. And stay tuned for the next podcast very soon.
Yeah, and just
And subscribe
before
to Mr Caymanian if you haven't already.
thanks
If you're new to
everyone.
the channel, that is.
Yeah, just before we go, guys, as everyone know that's in the live stream right now, I do have a second YouTube channel which I trying to upload different content from Gears of War. It would mean the world to me as well if you guys head on over there and support that channel. Just drop a like and just give me a comment. What games that you guys want to see there? You guys want to see walkthroughs, my reaction while playing the games and stuff? Let me know, and we can just hit on there. And if you guys want more content from me, that's the only reason why I created a second YouTube channel just to cover, of course, other games. Um, like I said, guys, it truly does mean a lot that you guys came out here to support us, and you guys are the world. Honestly, you guys are. Anyway, guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, of course, for another Gears of War 5 live stream podcast. You guys already know where the subscribe button is, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you are aware when everything is up and running. When it, guys, take it easy. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Thanks.